Welcome to Santpoort South, where at the edge of the village between the trees, the rugged silhouette of what was once a proud medieval castle looms, built by order of Lord William of Brederode and his wife Hillegonda. The scent of damp stone, the rustling of leaves, and the chorus of birds create a fairy tale atmosphere around the castle, which was likely completed in this form under William's grandson Hendrik in 1318.
Welcome, humble visitor, and join us as we reveal the story of our castle where, according to legend, the ghost of the White Lady, a noblewoman once imprisoned in our cellars, still haunts.
The lawn we walk over on the way to the castle bridge is called the forecourt and was already part of the estate, probably with a farm for food supply. We cross the gate bridge and enter the outer bailey, the bustling heart of the castle complex, where all servants of the wealthy Brederode family, descendants of the powerful house of Teylingen, lived and worked. If you look closely at the remains of the walls, you'll see that this was once home to wooden stables for the horses, blacksmiths and carpenters' workshops, and staff quarters. We continue our route and enter the castle itself through the inner gate. But make sure you don't miss the hole you see in the wall here, because in it is a pulley which could be used to raise the drawbridge for unwelcome guests. Imagine the expectant tapping of horseshoes and the creaking of wagon wheels as the bridge creaked down. Something else was also ready for unwelcome guests, as the buttresses of this wall reveal that above the gate were machicolations, holes through which boiling oil or stones could be thrown at the castle's attackers. We immediately turn right to the towers, which are not only the best preserved, but also the oldest parts of the castle, dating from around 1360. Only the foundations of the castle date from 1318, because in 1351, the castle was so heavily besieged during the Hook and Cod Wars that it was immediately demolished afterwards. Looking up in what is now called the Central Tower, you'll see holes in the walls where medieval floors once stood. We continue to the keep or residential tower, where the rooms were equipped with unprecedented luxury for that time. Each was heated by a fireplace and had a toilet. However, it is uncertain whether William and Hillegonda's private quarters were actually located here, as they died well before the castle was destroyed and subsequently rebuilt, and these luxuries were probably also located in other parts of the castle. They certainly never walked on these floor tiles, which date from a restoration in 1903. Let's climb further up to admire the magnificent view of the Kennymer Dunes, which was not William's main reason to build the castle here, because this sturdy sandbank in the marshy area was strategically located along the road between Haarlem and North Holland to collect tolls. We descend to the right and have to use our imagination as we enter the former kitchen, where food was prepared for the knights, servants, maids, cooks, and even a chaplain. Here, in the walls, you can still see the remains of two bread ovens with niches above them that serve as chimneys. A little further on lies the other still partially standing tower, which was likely used as a chapel, as its walls contain numerous candle niches, and the Brederode family employed their own pastor. Fortunately, modern technology can help us visualize the remaining parts of the castle. Near the chapel was the Great Knight's Hall, the castle's most prestigious space, which was likely decorated with tapestries featuring the Brederode family crest, as seen on the flag, and the place where feasts were held, justice was administered, and guests were received. Following the usual layout of a medieval castle, such as the famous Brederode Castle, the Kemenade, the most luxurious and heated room in the castle, was located next to it. The foundation dating from 1318, which was restored in 1903, shows that only the south tower retains the round shape used in many castles, as it better withstands cannon attacks. We already mentioned that the first castle stood for less than 35 years before it was destroyed, but large parts of the castle rebuilt around 1360 were also partially destroyed again in 1426. Driven out by political tensions, the Brederodes sought refuge in Beetsteen Castle from 1417 onwards. And although the castle was rebuilt again in 1464, it never reached the same prestigious size. In 1573, during the 80 Years' War, it was set on fire by Spanish troops after the Battle of Haarlem. Since then, it has remained an uninhabited ruin whose fairy tale-like appearance has attracted all kinds of artists, including very early photographers who took pictures here as early as 1860. Thanks to them, with the help of AI, we can even fly around the ruins a bit, before they were gradually restored as the first national monument in the Netherlands, starting in 1862. Thus concludes our tour of perhaps the most evocative castle in the Netherlands. As you walk towards the exit and look back at the weathered walls one last time, try to grasp how close history is here. The ruins of Brederode are not only a silent witness to power and struggle, but also to everyday life from centuries ago. And as the wind whistles through the arches, you could almost swear you hear the hooves and laughter of times long past, and perhaps on still winter nights, even the ominous laughter of the White Lady. Thanks for watching, and see you again in one of our next videos.